This is use of a new resource I found called Timeline. The site you can see up here, timeline.com or timeline.nightlab.com. And from here, it's really easy. It has a welcome to Timeline, kind of shows you essentially what it is an interactive timeline that you can create and embed in any course. I have experimented with that and I'll show you what it looks like in my course. It's easy for students to toggle back and forth. You can either use it, of course, in history for specific timelines of events. How I am using it is a timeline for my research project. And so it's really easy. It's an open source, so it's completely free. You do use Google Drive, so you do have to download Google Drive to your computer if you don't already have that. You use a Google Excel document to create it. It helps if you keep it short. Everything's here on the website to publish it. It does have the ability to grab the embedded code and put that into your course homepage, which is what I've done. And this is just a preview of what I've started with. So you can see I have provided my Elluminate Class Connect link. Because it does take Blackboard to load this, it won't actually load the recording of the Class Connect here, unfortunately. And that's simply because of the way K-12 has their links set up. But we can still provide a link to the recording here, and that works for students to copy and paste. You can embed YouTube videos directly into it. You can embed songs using SongCloud. You can embed pretty much any image, anything that has a URL can be embedded directly into the timeline. And so that's what I'm using it for, is an easy way for students to access all of the tutorials that I've created for different projects, because I find that it's been hard for students to locate those. So this is the beginning. The first one I'm using is what is plagiarism tutorial, and so I have that on there. As I noted before, this is all run from a Google open source spreadsheet, and so it's really easy. This is all made for you. This is a template, and you pretty much just copy and paste what you want to go in there, starting with the start date, the headline for that particular screen, the text you want to appear, and then whatever media. So this is my YouTube video. Just copy and paste it in there. I gave credit obviously there because this wasn't one of my personal videos. So it's pretty easy to use in that way. This is kind of what it looks like embedded into my course. So I just did this today. I just found this resource this week. What I went ahead and did is I wrote an announcement explaining what it is, and I decided to embed my timeline directly below the announcements. So again, students this timeline is interactive. So if they've already seen those first couple of resources, they'll be able to fast forward to the most current resource. Again, the whole purpose of this for me is not to take the place of the weekly work schedule. This is a place for me to have all of my tutorials really easily accessible for students per project. So right here from the main course, they'll be able to click on it. This is going to be the first video that my students will be watching tomorrow. So when they log in, that'll be easy for them to access it here instead of having to go over to the associated unit, try and find it and click on it. I still have them embedded there as well. So that's kind of how I'm going to experiment using this. Again, it took me yesterday evening. I spent a couple hours researching it, but it's pretty user friendly. All the directions are on that website. That's just my weekly work schedule I have posted below there. But like I mentioned before, pretty much everything you need to use this resource in your course, if you wanted to, is posted on the website. And so far it has integrated nicely into our courses as well. So I have asked students to provide feedback, and as I get that, I will send that out as well. But if you would like to share this with anyone else, or if anyone else is interested in using this resource, again, the resource is called Timeline.js, and it is an open source and free resource for us to use.